Every time you shout no at your cat, something breaks inside their brain. Not metaphorically, literally. Researchers at the University of Lincoln discovered that cats who hear sharp verbal corrections develop measurably different neural architecture than cats who do not. Their amygdala, the fear processing center, grows up to 15% larger. Their stress baseline permanently elevates. And the worst part, your cat still has no idea what they did wrong. Cats do not understand no the way dogs do. Their brains are not wired for it. But there is a method that actually works, one that stops unwanted behavior while strengthening your bond instead of destroying it. Most cat parents will never learn this, and their cats will spend years living in low-grade fear of someone who loves them. Number 1. Why no fails every single time. Your cat's brain processes language completely differently than you assume. When you yell no, your cat hears threat. Not instruction, not correction, pure, unfiltered danger. Japanese researchers using specialized audio analysis found that cats categorize human vocalizations into just 2 categories, safe sounds and threat sounds. There is no middle ground. That sharp, loud no triggers the exact same neurological response as a hissing predator. Their pupils dilate, adrenaline floods their system, heart rate spikes by up to 50%. But here is what makes this devastating. Cats cannot connect your anger to their behavior. Their temporal processing works differently than ours. Studies from the University of Tokyo showed cats have roughly a 2-second window for associating cause and effect. By the time you have noticed the scratched couch, walked over, and shouted, "That window closed minutes ago," your cat does not think, "I should not scratch the couch." Your cat thinks its human randomly becomes terrifying, and it does not know why. This creates what veterinary behaviorists call unpredictable environment stress. Your cat lives in constant low-level anxiety, never knowing when you will transform from safe to threatening. Some cats cope by hiding. Others become aggressive. Many develop stress-related urinary issues that send confused owners to the vet again and again. Number 2. The 3-second rule that changes everything. Timing isn't just important, it's everything. And you have far less time than you think. Cornell University's Animal Behavior Clinic found that effective feline correction must happen within 3 seconds of the unwanted behavior beginning, not ending. The moment your cat's paw touches the counter, not after they have walked across it. The instant claws contact the furniture, not after they have scratched. This tiny window exists because of how cat memory encodes experiences. Their hippocampus creates what researchers call action-consequence bundles. If the consequence arrives within that 3-second window, the bundle forms correctly. Outside that window, the consequence gets bundled with whatever is happening in that moment instead. This is why cats seem to know they did something wrong when you come home to a mess. They do not. They have learned that you plus mess equals danger. They are reacting to your body language, not remembering their behavior from hours ago. The 3-second rule means you need to be present and attentive. You cannot correct behavior you did not witness in real time. Attempting to do so does not teach your cat anything except that you are unpredictable. Number 3. The voice that actually stops them. Forget sharp and loud. The correction voice that actually works sounds nothing like what you would expect. Research from the University of Sussex analyzed thousands of human-cat vocal interactions. They found something remarkable. Cats respond most to what researchers call sustained low-frequency interruption. Not yelling, not hissing, a firm, drawn-out ah or a sound in your lower vocal register. This works because it mimics how mother cats correct kittens. When a kitten plays too rough or ventures too far, the mother does not hiss, because that signals real danger. Instead, she produces a low, sustained vocalization that researchers describe as a warning without threat. Your tone should be firm but not frightening. Disappointed, almost. Picture the sound you would make if someone reached for the last slice of pizza you were saving. That mildly affronted, low ah. Cats who receive corrections in this vocal register show no spike in cortisol levels. Their heart rate remains stable. They stop the behavior, look at you, and remain relaxed enough to actually learn. Frightened cats cannot learn. Their prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making, goes offline during fear responses. All they can do is react. Number 4, the redirection method that rewires their brain. Saying no tells your cat what not to do. It provides zero information about what they should do instead. This is like trying to train someone by only telling them they are wrong, never right. Veterinary behaviorists at UC Davis developed what they call the Interrupt and Redirect Protocol. It is the single most effective behavior modification technique for cats, and it works with their neurology instead of against it. The moment you notice unwanted behavior beginning, you deliver your low-toned interruption sound. Then, immediately, you redirect to an acceptable alternative. Cat reaching for the counter? Interrupt, then toss a toy in the opposite direction. Cat scratching furniture? Interrupt, then guide them to their scratching post. Here is the science behind why this works. When you interrupt a behavior, you create what neurologists call a pattern break. The neural pathway your cat was traveling suddenly dead ends. Their brain searches for a new path. By immediately offering an alternative, you are literally building that new pathway for them. Research shows it takes roughly 30 successful redirections for a new behavior pathway to become the default. 30 interrupt and redirect cycles, and your cat's brain will automatically choose the acceptable behavior. No fear involved, no damaged relationship, just rewired habits. Number 5, the environment strategy most owners overlook. The most effective correction is the one you never have to make. Yet most cat parents set their homes up for failure. A study published in the Journal of Feline Medicine found that 80% of unwanted cat behaviors stem from environmental factors, not behavioral problems. Your cat isn't bad. Your home is designed poorly for a cat. Cats jump on counters because they crave vertical space. Provide tall cat trees near windows, and counter surfing drops dramatically. Cats scratch furniture because their designated scratching posts are wrong, too short, too unstable, or placed in low traffic areas where cats don't want to mark territory. Behavioral ecologists call this environmental enrichment, and it's the missing piece most owners never consider. When you give cats appropriate outlets for their natural behaviors, the inappropriate behaviors simply fade. There's nothing to correct because there's nothing wrong. The University of Georgia found that homes with adequate environmental enrichment showed 70% fewer unwanted behaviors. 7 out of 10 problems were solved without a single correction. The cats weren't better trained. Their needs were finally being met. Number 6. The repair ritual that saves your bond. Even with perfect technique, sometimes you will mess up. You will shout when you should not. You may startle your cat. You may react with frustration instead of calm. What you do next determines whether that moment becomes a scar or whether it fades away. Animal behaviorists have documented what they call reconciliation behavior in cats. After conflicts, bonded cats engage in specific rituals, slow approaches, soft eye contact, and gentle physical contact. These behaviors help the brain process the stressful event and restore the relationship. You can initiate this too. After any correction, even a calm one, wait 60 seconds, then approach your cat slowly. Offer a slow blink. If they are receptive, provide gentle touch on the temporal gland, the spot between eye and ear. Speak in low, warm tones. Cats who receive this reconciliation ritual after corrections show no long-term stress. Their cortisol returns to baseline within minutes instead of hours. They do not develop the chronic anxiety that plagues cats in harsh correction households. This ritual is not rewarding bad behavior. The behavior has already stopped. This is neural cleanup, helping your cat's brain file the experience as resolved rather than an ongoing threat. Number 7, the patience that transforms everything. Here is what nobody tells you. Cats take longer than dogs to learn boundaries. Not because they are stubborn, because their brains work differently. Dogs evolved alongside humans for 30,000 years, developing neural pathways specifically for understanding human communication. Cats have been domesticated for roughly 10,000 years, and they largely domesticated themselves. Their brains are not optimized for our feedback. Veterinary behaviorists estimate cats require 3 to 4 times more repetition than dogs to learn the same lesson. Where a dog might need 10 corrections, a cat needs 40. This is not defiance, it is neurology. Owners who give up, who assume their cat just will not learn, create the very problem they are trying to solve. Inconsistent correction teaches cats nothing except that rules do not really exist. But owners who maintain patient, calm, consistent redirection eventually witness something remarkable. Their cat does not just stop the unwanted behavior, their cat begins anticipating what is wanted. They check in before jumping. They approach acceptable scratching surfaces automatically. They have genuinely learned. This learning creates what researchers call behavioral trust. Your cat knows the rules, knows you will enforce them calmly, and feels secure in that predictability. Your cat is not trying to defy you, they are trying to understand you. And every harsh no makes that understanding harder to reach. But there is one mistake even patient owners make during corrections, and it teaches cats to ignore you completely.